Paris, Paris. Aujourd'hui, on va chez Lacoste, Roland Garros, le Central. We're on sacred ground, the Stonehenge of tennis. Il y a des sous-titres. Subtitles are available.
Even cooler.
Grace Jones, elle avale l'air de la pièce et tout le monde est par terre. Pierre Niney, Brandon Flynn, Virginie Efira et Neil Schneider, Adrian Brody. Le scoop, c'est l'arrivée d'une nouvelle directrice artistique chez Lacoste avec Pelagia Kolotouros. She breaks down her first Runway Lacoste collection.
Oh là là.
Oh là là.
Oh là là.
Oh là là.
Pressure is on as Lacoste is la France. Tous les Français sont biberonnés à Lacoste.
Tout le monde. Je crois qu'il n'y a pas une personne qui ne connaît pas le crocodile.
Toucher au logo de Lacoste est comme changer la couleur du drapeau français. La légende du tennis, Guy Forget, Cano, Emma Roberts, Mel C. Yes, we talk to Mel C.
Bonjour, ça va?
Harry Neff.
Don't look at my nails at the end of fashion.
Marcus est en transe de voir Grace Jones.
Oh my god, on est sur Grace Jones. Oh my god, mais on est sur une star, une légende.
Julien est en transe de voir Grace Jones.
C'est ouf, mais une icône.
Grace Jones.
Théo Curin, le youtubeur Joyka est là. Keiji Appa et Clara Berry. Yoseop a appris le français pour l'occasion.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Appa. Merci de m'inviter.
And the megastar Wang Yibo. On est en coulisses, on parle aux mannequins.
I'm going to watch the tennis play today, and that's it.
Bienvenue chez Lacoste.
You'll know everything about the new Lacoste.
Là, on est sur quelque chose de moderne. J'aime bien l'énergie. Ah, j'aime bien.
Bonjour, je suis Loïc Prigent. Abonnez-vous à ma chaîne pour tout voir de la mode. Laissez un commentaire pour nous raconter votre premier Lacoste. Ça me fascine. Allez sur fashionmoodboard.com pour des tonnes de contenu gratuit sur la mode et ses inspirations. Nous voici donc avec Julien et Clément aux essayages de la première collection Lacoste de Pelagia Kolotouros. C'est la première rencontre.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to our headquarters.
Ouais.
Yeah.
Pelagia Kolotouros a un CV en béton armé. Elle a déménagé des US pour ce nouveau job.
Oui.
Trop bien. You like our coffee?
Actually, I don't drink coffee.
You don't drink coffee?
No.
What do you drink?
Like fresh juices.
Ah ouais?
Yeah.
We have good ones? I
You
guess?
got great. Bah oui.
Ah oui? Ok.
Yeah. The food in Paris is amazing. It's my first year at Lacoste, so the starting point was really René. All the contributions that he gave to us as far as tennis and what he did with, bringing Roland Garros in some respect, because his championship at the World Davis Cup in 1927 kind of propelled his career as like a international French tennis player. I could talk about him for hours. I really did fall in love with him, I have to say.
What's your mood? In what mood are you?
What's my mood? I feel great. I have a great team. I know it's not common, but I feel very relaxed and very excited about the show.
Pierre Niney vient d'être annoncé comme le nouvel ambassadeur Lacoste. Et voici Joyka ou Jordan Randelli, le youtubeur aux 6 ou 7 millions d'abonnés, 1,5 milliard de vues et sur le point de perdre sa virginité fashion.
Vous avez jamais fait de défilé?
Non.
Jamais? Mais qu'est-ce que...
Jamais.
Comment ça
Qu'est-ce
se
que
fait?
je fous? Mais j'étais
Même?
loin, j'étais arrangé encore. La première fois là. Première fois pour moi. Et ben je m'attendais un peu à ça.
Ok.
Ouais.
Ouais. Vous allez voir, c'est exactement comme vous...
Ouais, je pense. Mais j'ai hâte. On m'a dit, j'ai entendu que c'était trop bien à faire. Donc ça va être la première fois. Moi, mon image de Lacoste, c'est emblématique. Emblématique marque. Comment je pourrais dire ça? Moi, le souvenir que j'en ai, c'est sur mes sœurs et que c'est le truc frais de l'époque de mes sœurs. Et là, quand je revois là maintenant, je me dis en fait, si, tu vois, je regardais pas beaucoup jusqu'à maintenant, jusqu'à ce qu'on fasse le fitting. Je me dis en fait, il y a plein de pièces qui me plaisent et que je suis pas allé tester depuis longtemps. Donc c'est une marque vers laquelle j'irai là, tu vois maintenant, en ayant fait le fitting.
Actor, rapper and singer the megastar Wang Yibo arrives. Mélanie C, Mel C is here. And oui, c'est une émotion de lui parler, mais franchement, elle est naturelle et on ne bégaye pas.
Bonjour, ça va?
Ah, ça va bien, so nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. You too. You know, I actually have a little bit of a personal history with Lacoste. It's a passion that me and my father share. We've always loved the brand from the 80s when I was very young. And it's just so wonderful to be here now and really celebrating the new evolution of the brand.
What was your first Lacoste like?
I had the polo shirt.
And how proud were you?
Oh, very proud. I think it was probably the only designer piece I had in my childhood wardrobe, so I thought I was very special.
You already wearing the avant-première?
Ah, mais oui.
Somebody else.
Yoseop dit bonjour aux journalistes. Pierre Niney est aux premières loges, la place qui vaut une fortune pendant le tournoi avec l'actrice Natasha Andrews.
Qui vous avez appelé en premier quand vous avez signé avec Lacoste?
C'est une bonne question ça. Qui j'ai appelé en premier?
Oh, c'est sûr.
Bah toi, mais ouais, je pense que c'est Natacha. Hein.
Et il était dans quel état?
Hyper ému en fait.
Ouais, j'étais fier quoi. Marque française, iconique, savoir-faire français et tout. Moi j'étais fier. Et puis j'adore le tennis aussi depuis que je suis petit. Je joue avec mon père, c'est un peu un lien filial un peu pour moi. Donc non, j'étais super fier.
Vous venez souvent à Roland Garros en plus.
Ouais, on essaye de voir les matchs qui nous plaisent, des demi-finales ici, les finales de temps en temps. Et on a eu la chance d'être invité plusieurs fois par Lacoste. Donc maintenant on se sentira légitime pour la première fois d'être invité, d'être là. Non, c'est cool.
Et c'est quoi votre premier Lacoste?
Bah, ça doit être un polo, je pense, non?
À quel âge?
Ça doit être assez classique, un polo, je sais pas, genre... je pense quand j'ai joué au tennis, j'ai fait un peu de tennis en club quand j'étais petit, je pense que j'étais en Lacoste, de souvenirs de photos de famille, je dirais ça. Hein. Ouais.
Mon premier Lacoste, c'était le t-shirt de mon père que je jouais au tennis au lycée.
Ah, sérieux?
La vintage avec les lignes, très tight, j'ai adoré.
Ah ouais, déjà stylish quoi.
Ouais,
oui.
En Australie.
Ça fait pas. Ah, en Australie?
Bah ouais.
La légende du tennis français, il a été le boss de Roland Garros, Guy Forget, est là, figure de commandeur.
Il y a eu un défilé Lacoste sur le cours Simone Mathieu il y a 3 ou 4 ans, il me semble, j'y étais. Et là, c'est la première fois ici, donc il y a du monde en plus, donc ça va être sympa, une ambiance de tournoi presque.
KJ Apa et Clara Berry are chilling before the show begins.
How do you feel being that close to the action?
Feels really good. Yeah. Am I on camera right now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, yeah, no, it feels really good.
Oui, ils ont mis un drap dessus, tu crois que c'est pour protéger?
Il y a un reveal.
Ah, ils vont enlever un truc.
Ah, il y a un reveal. There's a reveal. What was your first Lacoste?
The first thing that I wore, the polo.
How old were you?
Very young, maybe 10, 11.
How did you feel?
I felt slick.
What color was it?
White. Can you tell I'm lying?
Are you lying? You're an actor, so I don't know. Il ment ou pas? Vous connaissez vous donc?
Ah bah c'est l'histoire de ma vie, je ne sais pas.
What? What?
Nothing.
Coucou Kano.
I love this place.
Oh, coucou Arinef.
My mom plays tennis, my aunt plays tennis.
Do you?
I took a couple lessons.
What's your favorite noise in tennis?
When they it's disgusting.
In a good way.
Yeah, I love to watch them really work for it.
Emma Roberts is here for the camp Hollywoodness of it all.
Are you a tennis fan?
Oh, well, so my mom is the biggest tennis fan ever, so it's always on the TV, and I'm always trying to catch up. But I went to the US Open for the first time this year, and I had the best time of my life.
What was your first Lacoste ever?
I was like, Mommy, I need a Lacoste polo. And she's like, they're too expensive, we're not getting them. And I'm like,
I need it.
And so she got me one as a birthday gift, and I wore it to school and thought I was so cool. And everyone's like, oh, is that Lacoste? Is that Lacoste? And I felt very cool. So it's surreal to have been begging in 7th grade for a Lacoste polo, and now I'm in head-to-toe Lacoste.
What color?
It was pink, light pink.
Virginie Efira et Nils Schneider. Brandon Flynn tire la langue. On aperçoit Grace Jones au loin, on la reverra plus tard, mais là, le défilé commence. Cérémonial comme s'il s'agissait d'un vrai match officiel. Louisa Perrotet opens the show.
This is the second that I'm opening, but it's my first season, so it's always a good feeling.
The codes, the codes, the crocodile suitcase. René Lacoste doit son surnom de crocodile à sa valise en croco. The OG croco.
No, it's not the original. No, the original is locked away behind closed doors. But this was based and it was inspired by the original alligator suitcase. And this is very interesting here. On his tennis racket, René had kind of etched out his name. So we took that and, we have it in different places of the collection too.
So that is in handwriting to protect his property?
Yeah.
J'adore.
Yeah. So you just kind of etched it with the opening look, René's. And it's the coat that he wore when he was traveling from the US after he won the Davis Cup. And he had all these layers in this big oversized coat and there's a certain elegance and effortless to the way he looks that really resonated with me. And this comes in different colors, but for the first look it would be green.
Scarves are a theme of the collection.
I actually have a bracelet, and it's for men and women.
Man, my outfit today is crazy. I love the bag, look at it. The coat, the gloves, everything, man. I love it.
Do you have any favorite tennis player?
No, I don't follow tennis, honestly. Yeah. I like more like kickboxing and stuff like that. Yeah.
Ah ouais, more dangerous stuff.
Yeah, man. I was doing kickboxing for modeling, so don't play with me, guys. No, I'm joking. Love all of you.
Pourquoi c'était intéressant pour vous de faire ça sur le cours central de Roland Garros?
Parce que ce que je voulais absolument, c'était revenir aux sources de la marque, aux sources du crocodile, et reprendre aussi, on va dire, notre légitimité sur ce terrain-là, qui est vraiment celui de l'origine de la marque. Puis on va dire que dans une année qui va être une grande année du sport, je trouve que c'était important de revenir sur là où sont nos racines, plus que jamais.
The Lacoste blanket for watching long games during the colder days. A stamp with a logo, but it's even more OG than the current logo.
It's a stamp that they created in the 1940s, and it was a stamp to kind of put below the racket. So every time you had a tennis racket made by Lacoste, there was a stamp that was like on the bottom of it, and it pretty much indicated like the weight of the racket.
C'est quoi votre premier vêtement Lacoste?
Moi j'ai grandi en banlieue et en banlieue c'est un truc Lacoste. Il faut avoir ce petit jogging dans le 93. À Neuilly-Plaisance.
Ah ouais?
Ouais. Arrête! T'es avec Dolné! T'es avec du 9-3, bien sûr! Dans le froid, le Lacoste c'est plus que du sport, c'est une institution. C'est une institution. T'as pas ton Lacoste blanc, t'es un peu naze quoi. Et les polos aussi, c'est marrant parce que c'est un truc qui a été classe, mais aussi un truc sympathique. C'était génial, j'adorais.
The first portion of the collection really begins with like René's journey from New York to France. So you have like a lot of heavier clothes, a lot of tailoring. And you know, it's very much influenced by the 1920s and his community. So he's very good friends with Robert George, as you probably know, Suzanne Legling, who's another tennis player.
Ah, c'est une jupe, j'avais pas remarqué. It's Suzanne Lenglen's skirt?
Yes, it was influenced by that.
Suzanne Lenglen is the other tennis legend that's in the Lacoste DNA with a pleated skirt that was an earthquake at the time. Les gens ont quasiment manifesté dans la rue contre cette jupe plissée. C'était la fin du monde. The pleats come back to haunt the accessories.
Pleats are part of our brand DNA. It's part of our code. So this season we really focus on pleats, and you'll see it in a lot of different iterations, and you'll also see it in accessories. You see it in clay color. You also see it Lacoste green. We own this color. And then you also see it in tennis white.
You call it tennis white?
Tennis white.
Favorite detail has to be this beautiful bag with these pleats. It's so fun. I'm not the best at tennis, but I love the attire. Yeah.
And actually, pleats for everybody. Imagine if René Lacoste had worn this back in the day. The coolness. René Lacoste a fait scandale pour 1. Ne pas porter de blazer. La veste était obligatoire pendant les parties de tennis, mais il l'a enlevée. Et 2, des manches courtes. Il a osé montrer ses bras nus en jouant.
I mean, it doesn't sound scandalous now. You're exactly right. But if you think back then, how scandalous it was.
Yeah, this is actually new Lacoste fabric apparently.
What this?
Yeah. Feels very comfortable, stretchy. You can move anywhere you want. It's very nice.
Les polos, cravates aussi, j'aime bien. Ouais, mais on voyait pas, la cravate était verte, c'est un ton sur ton, mais c'était hyper beau.
C'était canon.
This is the dress with the new pleated dress that's split. It's like shorter in the front and longer in the back.
The scarf appears on the front, disappears inside the collar, and reappears in the back as a flowing decoration.
And then you also see it in tennis white.
And actually, pleats for everybody. Imagine if René Lacoste had worn this back in the day. The coolness. René Lacoste a fait scandale pour 1. Ne pas porter de blazer. La veste était obligatoire pendant les parties de tennis, mais il l'a enlevée. Et 2, des manches courtes. Il a osé montrer ses bras nus en jouant.
I
Note the belt buckle, even on skirts like here on Suzy de Givenchy. Même la doublure des manteaux et des vestes a été mise à jour.
The lining, what we did was we included some of René's handwritten words.
There's a cup here, no?
Yep, and that's like the Davis cup. So it really tells you like the story of the collection.
La semelle, tu la sens pas trop. Mais c'est hyper confortable, c'est super mignon, tu vois.
Votre élément préféré de votre tenue, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Je pense le polo, parce que c'est un fit différent. Là, on le voit pas très bien, mais il y a une sorte d'élastique là, au bras, qui fait que ça fait un fit vraiment super joli. Et c'est super confortable. C'est un petit peu sport, mais ça fait classe aussi. Et aussi la veste un petit peu crop au bras. Un long pantalon, taille haute, hyper confortable. Grosses chaussures, ça passe crème. Puis voilà quoi. Puis aussi le sac, on n'en parle pas assez du sac. Nouveau logo, nouvelle broderie. Ouais.
The crocodile logo, but meaner. Is it a new crocodile or rather an older crocodile?
We're going to really leverage the Robert George crocodile, which was the first illustration of the crocodile.
Okay.
So we're going to go back to the brand roots and use that as our like new crocodile expression. It's wool alpaca, so it's a blend of wool and alpaca, and it's an intarsia. So again, you know, we played with more like abstract versions of the crocodile to give it more of like an artistic kind of expression.
C'est incroyable.
Ah ouais. C'est le truc que tu veux le dimanche.
It's perfect for the 6th day of Fashion Week.
Yeah.
C'est quoi votre anecdote préférée sur René Lacoste?
Oh, j'en ai plein, mais c'est un homme qui est resté jeune dans sa tête jusqu'à la fin de sa vie, qui était un innovateur, en plus d'être un immense champion et un homme brillant. Et il a marqué, je dirais, d'abord l'histoire de son sport lorsqu'il était jeune, et encore aujourd'hui, peut-être beaucoup de jeunes ignorent que ce petit crocodile, c'était quelqu'un qui était hors norme.
This is a very fun piece that we played with. So this is a cashmere coat, double-breasted. Again, a very kind of relaxed fit. It has like a nice drape on it. It's constructed, but also soft tailoring. And then you have this beautiful embroidery.
Why did you do it?
We did this here in Paris, so it's a combination of a throw stitch and also a terry stitch.
I want the long crocodile jacket with it. It had the yellow crocodile on the back, and then the pants that had the crocodile. And I want the bag with the tennis racket. It's crazy. The shoes were really great. They like look like an upper echelon level of Lacoste.
Portion of the collection really starts with René's voyage from New York to France, and then it kind of gets a little bit more playful and more colorful and more just joyful.
Favorite tennis player?
Oh yeah, Coco, of course. We're here for the black girls changing the game, and also Serena, Venus have just like absolutely changed the course of what it means to be a powerful black woman. So I mean, I'm gonna shout out the new wave and the old girls who started this shit.
Have you tried to play tennis?
No, too much running.
This is polarizing in the sense that, you know, she's wearing like a slip dress with like, you know, lace trims, and you can see the crocodile here.
Mais non, où ça? Ah oui, it took me a while.
Yeah, and you can see the tennis rackets as well, inspired by the 1920s again. Very delicate, but then when you mix it with a piqué oversized sweatshirt like this, it, you know, tells you a story. And then you have like the little tennis racket that we made as like a little clutch around the scarf. But again, you have a beautiful mix of like elegant and a little bit of like elevated streetwear.
The scarves invade the silhouettes and their print is all over shirts.
Tennis balls, crocodiles. So it's not 100% silk, but it's a blend.
A polo collar for a comfy sweater with a Warholian print. Sur le dos, une référence aux trois mousquetaires, soit les champions français du tennis dont René Lacoste faisait partie. Hommes et femmes partagent le même sac, le croco qui envahit les jambes dans un effet très visuel.
So this is laser printed with also chenille kind of embroidery on it as well. So again, it's the same kind of crocodile that we use on the coat. So repetition, kind of building on something instead of like, you know, walking away too fast from an idea.
Le vert Lacoste et un peu de dentelle qui dépasse de la jupe, ou sans dentelle si c'est pas votre truc.
What do you think of it?
It's so vintage. I like it very much. Yeah.
What's your favorite detail of it?
My favorite detail, probably the earrings, but I don't think you can see them right now.
I don't see it.
The details, it's in the details.
Le manteau peignoir iconique de Jean-René Lacoste. A bathrobe coat, typique des années 1930, parfait à l'époque pour un après-match ou pour prendre l'air sur le pont d'un paquebot. Arnel Scott en maxi doudoune et culotte de maille. Le pull Lacoste qui devient une robe assez magistrale. À noter comment la terre battue de Roland Garros va créer un effet de dégradé en bas de la robe au fur et à mesure de la marche de Devin Garcia. It's the beginning of the last section of the show.
And the last part of the collection is the ceremonial part, which we call the victory part. It's almost like cleansing the palette. You know, you start with black and then you end with white.
Lacoste can be nerdy, should be nerdy. I had Lacoste glasses as a teen and gosh, I was nerdy. Technicals fabric are a Pelagia Kolotouros thing and you feel she will explore the possibilities.
The more kind of like technical aspect of the collection, so again, that high and low kind of expression. So this really represents like how we want to move forward as far as performance. You know, very clean, you know, very functional. The fabric is windproof and breathable. You have ventilation underneath the arm. Everything is laser cut and seam binded. Yeah.
I never seen this.
For this collection, we'll be calling it Jean René Lacoste. So when you see the signature of Lacoste, it'll always have Jean René Lacoste. And inside the curtaining of the waistband of the pants, we have that also infused.
So this means I'm buying at the high of the pyramid of Lacoste.
So you have the crocodile that will symbolize the high pyramid, and then you'll have his full name that symbolizes the high pyramid of the collection.
Vous regardez les images du défilé Lacoste d'une mannequin qui porte l'image de Lacoste, Colin Jones. À noter la position assez chorégraphique de Jean-René Lacoste sur l'imprimé. On dirait le génial Jacques Tati imitant les joueurs de tennis. Mais non, c'est un joueur de tennis. George Osborne, ultra chic.
So this is a windbreaker style. We recreated it in a silk viscose quality, and then we took one of the archival images of René actually playing at Roland Garros. So I think when you feel the fabric too, you know, it's very fluid. It's another thing that we really focused on this collection too, is like fabrications, you know, and really elevating the fabric. And the pants are something that was also kind of inspired by the 1920s. You know, men back then wore things very high-waisted and lots of pleats and a more generous like leg shape as well. So it's not so like tapered.
I like how it's all very coordinated. I like how it's got this black and white silhouette. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure we'll find out.
It's an actual picture of Jean-René Lacoste.
Oh,
yeah.
I almost saw that.
Playing tennis.
This is correct.
Right here, yeah.
This one here.
Ouais.
Oh, I mean, that makes the outfit better, in my opinion. What does this say? I don't know what this says.
Jean-René Lacoste.
Oh, really?
It's his signature, actually.
Oh, cool. I really like the belt as well,
Yeah.
if you look at the belt.
How does it feel to be in Roland Garros for a fashion show?
It's crazy, because obviously in the UK we've got Wimbledon, in Paris and France you got this amazing place, so it's a huge honour, especially to be walking for this company and to be here as well, where so many legends have played. Crazy times. Walking on that tennis court. Not many people get to do that.
This is like Duchess satin.
Ouais, and couture buttons.
Covered buttons as well. And the boots were actually inspired by Roland Garros. So the ball boys at Roland Garros, when it rains, they wear these rubber boots.
C'est pas vrai. You were inspired by that?
Exactly.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I love the design. I like the shoes. It's comfortable. I'm happy. It's crazy. I mean, I didn't even know I was going to be here. I just turned up. But I mean, it's cool. It's a crazy, probably one of the craziest venues I've walked. Definitely excited for the crowd as well. It's going to be a lot of people.
The Hand of Jean-René Lacoste. Le champion a déposé 68 brevets dans sa vie. Il ajoute le sparadrap chirurgical pour rendre le manche de la raquette plus maniable. Il invente la raquette en métal hyper légère. Hommage à tout cela avec cet imprimé.
We wanted to make it very kind of like, you know, aspirational, emotional.
Victorious.
And victorious, exactly. And this is basically a page from his book. It gives you an emotion, right?
I love tennis. I was playing a lot of tennis when I was younger, so I feel like I'm living out my tennis dream with the Lacoste. Well, I love the location. I really love it, and that we are like walking up in a circle. It's just like something extra. I like it. My favorite part is the shoes. They are like comfortable and cute at the same time. And like I love comfortable and stylish. It's like the perfect combination.
Especially at the end of Fashion Week.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like the compete situations on my feet is there.
Being inspired by the 1920s, you know, the shoes back then had a little bit of a heel, you know, not very tall. And then what we did was we took one of our, it's called the line shot, which is one of our sneakers that is very popular with streetwear kids. So we took some of those details and we applied it on this kind of like silhouette. And comfort being one of the things that Lacoste is known for, it was something that we really worked, you know, endlessly to kind of figure out how to make high heels comfortable.
Then I saw the show and I'm like, wait, I need so many things. The sneaker heel, I feel like is gonna be the new thing. And I'm actually wearing the sneaker heel, but I love the ones I'm wearing, but I wanted the yellow ones, so I'm gonna have to vie after those.
What do you think of Pelagia's vision for Lacoste?
I love her. When I went to my fitting, she was like right there having me try on all the clothes. We're talking about New York, about Paris, about everything. And I didn't realize until I got invited, this is her first show in Paris. I was so excited to come support her. I love supporting a designer at their first show. I think it's like obviously nerve-wracking, but so important and beautiful. So I was super excited to get to be here for her first show. And she changed the alligator to sequin, so like how can we not die for her already?
It was so good. Yeah, it was like exquisite. The reveal at the beginning and seeing everyone on stage at once with this sort of Dune-esque layout was really, really cool.
What caught your eye in the collection?
The prints of Lacoste and of the tennis rackets, they were really, really quite spectacular and chic.
Tank top, casual, but make it couture with metal crocodile embroidery.
C'est quoi votre détail préféré?
La ceinture, comme ça. Le fait qu'en fait ce soit une ceinture déjà comme ça attachée, juste à faire ça, c'est super beau, c'est un petit détail, c'est parfait. Et puis j'aime bien le fait que ce soit des cinglés au-dessus et qu'il y en ait deux et que celui-là il soit... C'est avec tous les petits signes Lacoste et tout, je sais pas. Ça, je trouve ça stylé, ça apporte du nouveau, c'est cool.
Again, it's that mix between high and low. So we've taken something that's, you know, performance, iconically like more sport with the piping around the collar and the rib trim and the mesh. But then we added these little crocodiles on it and these little crystals. And again, it captures that, you know, mood of the 1920s and that victorious kind of expression. We have this for men's and we also have it for women's.
The Lacoste Polo, mais cérémoniel, pour gagner des médailles.
So this is a replicant of a shirt that René created in 1933. It was one of his first polo shirts that he created. The only update that we made was the crystal crocodile.
C'est un grand moment pour moi de passer là où il y a des grands sportifs comme ça qui sont passés. Ça fait un truc et c'est un vrai plaisir de venir ici faire quelque chose pour Lacoste.
C'est quoi votre détail préféré de votre tenue?
Je dirais ça, la petite jupe par-dessus pantalon.
Les jupes pour hommes, alors ça, un slay atomique. Les chaussures, unslayatomic.com, je rajouterai. Et les mallettes. Ah ouais, non, mais les malles. Ah, mais moi je mets au tennis.
Last show, baby!
Take it away! Top model Amelia Gray is here to close the show. She's kind of euphoric.
Allez, yes, go, c'est parti!
How do you feel?
I feel great. C'est bon?
Ouais.
You know, magnifique, superb.
What do you think about him? Would you hug him or shake his hand?
I would hug him and squeeze him and thank him so much for giving us all the inspiration that we have today and all the contributions that he gave to us.
And when Pelagia Kolotouros takes her bow, it feels like a victory lap.
I feel like it's because it's the vibe of Roland Garros. You incarnate it, you know? It gets transmitted into your soul. It was a little bit of victory lap. Do you know the collection's called Victory? It's
So you incarnated.
I did. It finally just like kind of morphed into my body.
Pierre, vous allez voler quoi en coulisses?
Je vais essayer de voler un maximum de fringues déjà. Dans un premier temps, mais j'ai beaucoup aimé.
Je pense que tout le monde va penser comme moi. Enfin, c'est
Everybody's
parfait.
gonna think like that.
Ah oui,
Oh,
ah ouais,
good.
non mais that's sure. Enfin,
Yeah.
c'est vraiment ah oui tout. Les
good.
manteaux, les
coat.
chaussures, tout. Non mais les allures, tout.
Yeah.
C'était sublime,
Oh,
magnifique,
you're making
wonderful.
me up.
Vraiment, bravo. Ah ouais, non,
Let's do a
c'est génial.
What's up, little sunshine?
I was trying to high five you and you walked by.
I did. I'm sorry.
It was so good.
I actually prefer some French. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Paul. Merci. Oh, shoot. Merci de m'inviter. Yeah, I prefer.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for the show.
What did you think of the collection?
I loved it, absolutely. Look, darling, the vests, the jackets. I love the cat suits. I'm a cat suit person, so it's fantastic. Yeah, I can wear all of it. I would do the white dress, not the white. The white for me, I get makeup all over it. So otherwise, I'd be wearing every color.
Oh my god, on est sur Grace Jones. Oh my god, mais on est sur une star, une légende qui vient de passer à côté de moi. Ah, je suis choqué. Mais personne n'est choqué? Mais je suis choqué. Mais.
On est tous choqués.
Mais on parle de Grace Jones.
Ben oui. Julien, t'es choqué d'avoir vu Grace Jones?
C'est ouf, mais une icône.
Grace Jones.
Queen.
Non mais il n'y a que moi qui suis choqué, ils sont tous là. Mais on parle de Grace Jones.
Comme si de rien n'était,
Mais
ouais, c'est
oui,
ouf. Comme si de rien n'était, genre c'est normal.
C'est une légende vivante.
On a respiré le même air que
Ah, mais
les
oui.
Ouais, regarde, il y a un peu d'atome d'aile. Hop.
Well, this was my Lacoste report for winter 2024-2025 and the first show by Pelagia Kolotouros, a new era for the French brand. Subscribe to the channel to see everything about fashion. Right, my name is actually Roland Garros in the comments if you got till the end, and go to fashionmoodboard.com for tons of fashion content, more videos and long articles.
Ben, merci à vous. Bisous Loïc.